here at Kingston Stadium. The lights are on, the sun is down, and the field is going to be heating up with some real hot action here pretty quick, huh, Troy?
Yep, the Northern Aurora is making their way onto the field in light blue uniforms.
And that really does. It adds a different perspective at night, and it really, boy, it sure makes it look sharp.
Yep, I'm really looking forward to seeing Northern Aurora. They've been out now for about 2.5 weeks, and I saw them about a week and a half ago, and from what I understand, they've really shown some big improvements.
Right, now they came from Saginaw, Michigan, and that kind of really talks a little bit about how much goes in and how much traveling these corps take. And I know your association with the Night Express here. Why don't you talk a little bit about what goes into a modern-day drum corps in, as far as traveling and touring?
Well, it's pretty amazing. The Night Express this year will be touring about 11,000 miles, performing about 40 times this summer in front of crowds as far away as Buffalo, New York, Hornell, New York.
Wow, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And to do that, what does it take to be able to travel like that? Obviously, the kids can't drive their cars, and they can't, pack a sack lunch.
Well, you can imagine that the budget that a corps like this might have, with a 70-member corps like the Night Express has this year, they'll look to spend somewhere between $225,000 and $250,000 to put the production on the road, Mike.
Wow. Now, how do they get that kind of money? Obviously, that's not chump change.
Yeah, well, one of our big financial boosts comes from our bingo game that we have 3 nights a week, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday in downtown Cedar Rapids.
And this is a paid commercial, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we have our bingo game. We also have the dues that the members pay. They all pay on average, about $500 a year to be involved with this organization. And the corps get paid an appearance fee for being at shows like this and the rest of the shows around the country.
Right. And also, there is also money that's associated if you crack into that kind of elite top 21, which Night Express did last year. Isn't that correct?
Yes, to be in the top 21 actually is about a $20,000 difference in what the activity itself gives back to the member corps, such as the Night Express would be this year.
So as we can see, this isn't just a mom and pop little operation. This is really a business, isn't it?
Yes, it sure is. It takes a lot of work and a lot of hard work from a lot of people and the kids to pull this all off each year.
Right. As soon as we get done watching this corps, again, the Northern Aurora from Saginaw, Michigan, we'll talk a little bit about the dedication that it takes to be in a corps like this, and then also for those that are watching at home that might be interested in being in the Night Express or helping out or anything with the Night Express, we're going to kind of talk a little bit about how they can do that. But let's talk right now about the corps that we're going to see, because those colors are just dynamic on the field right now.
Yep, the Northern Aurora will excite us with a pretty good show here tonight, Mike. What their show is entitled is Keys to Imagination, and it features the music of Yanni.
Yanni, okay, that's kind of new age type music, isn't it?
Yep, it's another look for us to take a look at. It's a different venue, but it'll be very exciting.
Mm-hmm. Now, something that's interesting is we watched this color guard, and we can also watching the drum majors kind of make their way to the podium. Those colors really kind of make a statement, don't they?
Yeah, what they're trying to do is tell a part of their story with those colors, and we see that with all the guards, trying to use the color to show what their story is.
Right, and we're just about ready to get set, and the drum majors are giving the commands for the corps to get ready, and they're taking their bow, pretty much telling the judges that they're ready to go, and drum major's taking his lapel off, and looks like he's serious and getting ready to get down to business, and I'm going to shut up, and we're going to watch the Northern Aurora out of Saginaw, Michigan. that's kind of what you expect out of Northern Aurora, just a real solid drum corps. They've been around for many, many years, and they're really proving that they have a name and they deserve to be here.
Well, Mike, it's quite a contrast to what we saw with the Minnesota Brass right beforehand. This was much more subdued and laid back, but it played to the music of Yanni, and that's the type of music that Yanni portrays, and I thought that the corps just did an outstanding job of bringing that to light.
One of the things we talked about earlier, and I think the smaller corps, if you will, are doing a much better job of playing to the level of their talent, not trying to take on music that they really just can't pull off.
Well, I agree with you, Mike. I think that that just enhances their ability to perform to the crowd when they don't have to push beyond their means, but just provide a nice, solid show.
All right, and that's kind of a challenge, isn't it? Because you have instructors that, they have in their own mind what they'd like to see and kind of the direction that they would like to see the organization go, and sometimes that isn't always the best for the members that you have.
No, and that's important. That's one of the jobs that the director has of the organization, is to make sure that he's got a staff that's really on the same page as the rest, and that's a key.
Right, and